Good evening, Stevens Point. I'm Anna Herman.
And I'm McKenna Rettmeister.
This week on SPTV News, updates on the budget reform at UWSP, the men's hockey team season is starting soon, a special showing of a classic Halloween movie, and a protest group visits campus once again.
All of this and more when we return.
UWSP will be having a guest speaker on campus. Maria Idrissi is most known for her commercial appearance for H&M a few years ago, as she was one of the first women to wear a hijab in a mainstream commercial. She now speaks across the world on how her Muslim heritage influences fashion and the impact that fashion has on Islamophobia, as well as balancing tokenism with authenticity. The talk will occur on Monday, October 22nd from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the DUC Theater. The event is free and open to the public.
A public forum on the recent budget concerns was held on Tuesday, October 16th. The discussion involved issues that have come to light in wake of Point Forward. The meeting explained the current deficit of the university as well as the reasons why it has come to such drastic measures, such as a falling enrollment and a static tuition rate. Budget cuts from Wisconsin school systems are affecting colleges all across the state. The information was straightforward in explaining there would be at least 50 faculty members being let go, as well as some colleges being combined. They explained that if students want to influence any decisions, they can contact the student representatives and the Academic Budget Advisory Work Group by contacting Braley Kerber and Jordan Farrell from the SGA specifically about this issue.
University of Wisconsin Student Health Services is having a self-care fair. Come visit various booths all centered around your personal health and well-being. Take some time to treat yourself in between your classes with some activities and goodies, such as DIY face masks, chocolate treats, safe sex information, and more. There will be a chance to win awesome prizes by showing your hashtag UWSPReal. The event will take place on October 24th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the DUC Encore. CASE is sponsoring a day of fall cleanup by partnering with MREA to promote sustainable living. McKenna Rettmeister has more.
MREA is partnering with CASE for a day of environmental cleanup to promote sustainability and clean living, both indoors and outdoors. MREA is looking for volunteers who have an interest in sustainability and clean living, or people who are looking for some resume-building volunteer hours. With cold months quickly approaching, MREA wants to prepare the environment by removing waste and other debris. This event also provides volunteers with time to network with staff and other volunteers who are passionate about sustainable living. Taylor Ball, MREA's volunteer coordinator, is offering free pizza and free transportation from UWSP to Custer, Wisconsin, where the event will take place. RSVP through SPIN to reserve a seat on the bus and be sure to dress for the weather. This has been Wan Chen Lee and McKenna Rettmeister, SPTV News.
For more information, contact Taylor Ball or visit the CASE office.
Schmeekley Reserve will be holding a seasonal candlelight hike titled Bloodsuckers of Schmeekley. Participants will be able to walk through the woods and around the Lake Jonas while they're lit by torches and hundreds of jack-o'-lanterns. This is an opportunity to learn about the mosquitoes, ticks, and other parasites that live in Schmeekley as they come to life in a fun-filled program for the entire family. Other activities during the event include free crafts, snacks, and passport stations featuring hands-on activities. See real parasites up close and personal creepy crawly gifts at the Browse Shop. There will also be an opportunity to tour the New Friends Amphitheater. This event takes place on October 26th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. People are able to come and go as they choose within the time frame. The event is free, but the reserve suggests a donation of $2 per person or $5 per family in order to support the future events.
UWSP is taking part in celebrating National Chemistry Week by gathering together for a mission to explore the chemistry of Mars. The UWSP Chemistry Department will be taking part in a nationwide event where a live panel of experts shares what is known about Mars and the steps that need to be taken to safely send people to walk on its surface. Participants will discover the challenges of long-term space travel and the materials, biochemistry, and astrochemistry that will help make the mission possible. The event will take place Tuesday, October 23rd from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the Chemistry Biology Building, room 105. The event is free and open to the public. If you have any questions about the event, contact Robin Tonke.
The UWSP Curling Club is hosting a Learn to Curl Night. This event encourages those who have never tried fast-growing winter sport to try their hand at it on the ice. This will take place from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Stevens Point Curling Club. This event is free and open to the public. If you have any questions, contact Megan Banaski.
That's all the news stories we have for this week.
We'll be right back with sports after the break.
Serving a campus of 9,600 strong, we are the home of UWSP Television. We are SPTV. You can find us on Charter Channel 983, online, or on any of our social media sites.
Warzala, the 7th largest book printer in North America, is hiring students for the semester. We are 100% employee-owned and located right here in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. All shifts currently hiring, with jobs starting at $10.80 an hour. Hours are flexible. For more information, contact the Warzala HR department.
The Pointers football team lost 63-27 to the UW Lacrosse Eagles on Saturday. The Pointers were down by 43 at halftime and never had a chance at the victory. The Eagles had 554 total yards of offense, while the Pointers only had just over half of that, with 232 yards. Max Harrow led the Pointers offense, completing 17 of 38 passes for 191 yards and 1 touchdown. Samaj Williams led the Pointers in rushing with 27 yards on 8 carries. Christian Almonte led the Pointers in receiving with 6 receptions for 80 yards. The Pointers are now 2-4 on the season. The Pointers return home this weekend to take on UW Stout in the annual homecoming game. The Pointers women's volleyball team fell to the 15th-ranked UW Eau Claire Blue Golds in 4 sets Saturday. The Blue Golds took an early 2-0 lead against the Pointers. However, the Pointers avoided the sweep by winning the 3rd set 25-21. The Pointers had a 22-20 lead in the 4th set, but then the Blue Golds got 5 straight points to win the set and the match. Both April Gale and Ellie Adams had double-doubles in their match, but their performances were not enough to help the Pointers get the victory. April Gale led the Pointers with 17 kills and 17 digs in the match. They are now 16-10 on the season. The Pointers look to rebound this weekend at the Elmhurst College Tournament. The Pointers women's soccer team won their 11th match of the season last night on the road at UW Oshkosh. Senior forward Olivia Bonhart got the Pointers on the board first in the 15th minute. Bonhart made it 2-0 Pointers in the 21st minute. A few minutes later, freshman forward Jacqueline Alleman scored a goal to make it 3-0 Pointers. The Titans scored a goal in the 46th minute to make it 3-1 Pointers. The Pointers held on to win 3-1 behind a 7-save match from sophomore goalkeeper Lexi Pulowski. The Pointers are back in action Saturday at home when they take on UW Platteville. The men's hockey season starts at the end of October. This week, SPTV is previewing the upcoming season start.
A new season is right around the corner for the Pointers men's hockey team, and with high expectations for the program, it is important for the team to win every game on the schedule they can.
It's the truth for us that every game is of importance. Because we don't have an automatic bid for the national tournament, we have to be getting a large bid. So that means we have to win 20 games during the season. So we can't afford to overlook any teams. So game 1 against Aurora is just as important as game 25 against Eau Claire on February 8th.
Krieger is entering his 2nd year leading the program, serving as interim head coach last season. As an assistant coach under former head coach Chris Brooks, he learned his coaching style and implemented new strategies of his own last year.
He taught me a ton, everything I know about coaching and hockey, and he's a very bright X's and O's guy, and I think we had a very good thing going as far as the systems we were running, so if it's not broke, don't fix it. But at the same time, I think last year my biggest thing was that I am not Chris Brooks, I'm my own person, so there were things that we were going to do, but things we were going to tweak to try to just take advantage of some different things in different areas.
The Pointers have a range of leadership and experience from the players on the roster. A responsible program and development helped senior captain Tanner Carty earn the WIAC Player of the Year award last season.
More responsibility from having Brooksy here to kind of building the culture, and then Tyler kind of keeping it going and then giving me more responsibility as I've gotten older. I think it's just helped my development grow.
Carty wants to be the best Division III player in the country and cap off his collegiate career with the national championship after the team won it his freshman year.
From the day we got here till the day we end, that's going to be on our mind, winning another national championship, especially my class. We were lucky we got one our freshman year, so nothing would be better than to start with one and end with one.
The program is ready for what's ahead this season. This is Michael Wenchen for SPTV Sports.
The Pointers open up the regular season at home October 26th versus Aurora University. The Wisconsin Badgers football team suffered their second loss of the season Saturday night, losing 38-13 to their rival Michigan. The Badgers offense struggled all night and only converted 2 third downs. Michigan's rushing attack ran for 320 yards, while the Badgers only rushed for 183 yards. Alex Hornibrook had a rough game, completing 7 of 20 passes for 100 yards and 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Jonathan Taylor had a solid game, rushing for 101 yards on 17 carries. Tight end Jake Ferguson led the Badgers in receiving with 2 receptions for 46 yards. The Badgers look to rebound Saturday when they play Illinois at home. On Monday night, the Green Bay Packers came back to win 33-30 against the San Francisco 49ers, with Mason Crosby hitting the game-winning 27-yard field goal as time expired. The game-winning field goal was set up after C.J. Beathard threw an interception with 1:55 left in the game. On the final drive, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers offense marched down the field to set up Mason Crosby's game-winning field goal. After having the worst game of his career last week, Crosby rebounded with a perfect game, making all 7 of his kicks. Aaron Rodgers had another good game, completing 25 of 46 passes for 425 yards and 2 touchdowns. For the 4th straight game, Aaron Jones led the Packers in rushing for 41 yards on 8 carries. Devontae Adams had another big game with 10 receptions for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Packers' next game is not until October 28th when they play the Los Angeles Rams on the road. The Milwaukee Brewers lost Game 5 to the Los Angeles Dodgers last night, losing 5-2. They are now 1 loss away from being eliminated from the MLB playoffs. The Brewers look to keep their World Series hopes alive by forcing a Game 7 and Game 6 of the NLCS, which is tomorrow night at Miller Park. That's all the sports stories we have for you today. Up next is Teresa Yanish with Entertainment News. I'm Michael Wengen with SPTV Sports.
The Media Studies is a program for people who love to tell stories, whether that be in written form, visual, or audio.
Media Studies is exciting because it's always fresh, it's always new.
Media is at the center of everything we do. More and more people are asked to engage with media and use media. Our program really provides students with skills and techniques to be better prepared for that in the future.
We offer courses in media production, both video and audio, nonfiction and fiction, music production, journalism, film studies.
Media Studies is a great way to get hands-on experience in the field that you're looking to do. They teach you the basic concept behind everything, and then they tell you to go do it.
We really pride ourselves on thinking of a wide set of opportunities that we can give our students.
The student organizations are a great asset. We have SPTV, the student television organization, 90 FM, the radio, and The Pointer, our student-run newspaper.
It's a great way for students to get involved, learn skills that they need for class, and meet new people.
Some great facilities where our students can hone their skills.
There's a giant studio in the center of the comm building. I've had quite a few classes in there.
A lot of our classes are very hands-on, they're very interpersonal.
You're getting the skills that will allow you to create your future, and I think that's what makes it a truly amazing experience for students.
There's an incredible range of options for graduates. We've had students go out and become independent contractors, work for radio stations, newspapers, with TV stations.
Everyone is different and they have their own unique style. In all the classes and all the student organizations you get involved in, you have a lot of flexibility to really create your own work and do it in a way that means something to you.
We're excited to see what students are making and what they want to make, and how we can help students get from where they are to where they want want to be.
I'm in a video production class that's teaching me how to film documentaries. I'm also in a screenwriting class and I get to learn how to write movies. So I'm doing all these different cool things and I love it every day.
So I hear they have like a sale at the DUC or whatever. Yeah. Some like type of coffee. Doesn't know this now. Yeah.
Quiet on set.
We'll be back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take Ben.
Live at SPTV. Mic check. Audio check. News director's adjusting the sound. Teleprompter running smoothly. Floor director, alert. Cameras are rolling. Bring in the talent. Where's the makeup artist? Anchors ready for the news. Are you ready to join SPTV? That's a wrap. Lights out.
Welcome back. Hallowed traditions come alive with Schmeekly Reserve. Discover the true story of Halloween, a 2,000-year-old holiday created from cultural and religious traditions. Caroline Blake will be presenting at the Schmeekly Reserve Visitor Center on Tuesday, October 23rd from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. This is a free event that is open to all. Centertainment is taking UWSP to a blast from the past as they quiz you on how much you know about the 1990s. They will be hosting a 90s trivia night on Tuesday, October 23rd at 8 p.m. in the DUC Basement Brewhouse. As always, you can come by yourself or bring a trivia team to this event. The event is free and open to all students. The folk indie pop duo Orelai is coming to UW Stevens Point. Originating from Oshkosh, the duo is comprised of cellist and vocalist Stephanie Tesh and multi-instrumentalist Nate Lerner. The group is described as a delicately plucked chamber folk duo that is at once rich and sparse, and a group that combines the best of the classical beauty with pop-esque rhythm and melody. The show will take place Saturday, October 27th at 8 p.m. in the DUC Basement Brewhouse. The performance is free and open to all. The action-packed film Mission Impossible Fallout is coming to UWSP. After a mission gone wrong where Ethan Hunt is forced to choose between securing an objective and saving his teammate, him and his IMF team are now with the new allies in a race against time to finish what they started. Showings of the film will take place October 24th and 26th at 6:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. each night. The movie is free with a student ID and $5 without. The Night of the Living Dead is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, and UWSP is having a special showing on campus. This horror flick involves the dead coming back to life and eating the living, and several people barricade themselves inside a rural house in an attempt to survive the night. Outside are hordes of relentless, shambling zombies who can only be killed with a blow to the head. The showing will take place on October 25th in the Communications Arts Center, room 333, from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Dressing up in zombie attire is encouraged. That's all the stories we have for you this week. Up next is Pointer Politics with Claude Neve. I'm Teresa Yanish with SPTV Entertainment News.
Tobacco use is the largest preventable cause of death
and disease in the United States.
Cigarette smoke kills more than
480,000 Americans
each year.
41,000 of these deaths
are from exposure
to secondhand smoke.
Smoking harms nearly
every organ in the body.
Every day,
more than
3,800 kids
under the age of 18
smoke their first cigarette. More than 16 million Americans
live with a smoking-related disease.
On average,
smokers die 10 years younger
than non-smokers.
Smoking causes
cancer,
heart disease,
strokes, lung diseases,
diabetes,
and chronic bronchitis.
It's a very welcoming place. Even if you don't know what support you need, just coming down, we can look at individual schedules and talk about all the different options that are available.
I believe that the TLC can definitely help students even for the slightest little bit. The writing lab, especially because you're going to have to write papers for any of the classes, they're able to proofread those and give you feedback on those.
The writing lab has been around since 1973, and it's the second oldest writing lab in the United States, which is kind of cool.
I was surprised by everything that I learned about TLC because I didn't realize there were so many resources for students.
To see more students down here. I mean, it's great that we have 35% of the student population utilizing us, but that means that we have 65% that didn't utilize us, and I know we have support services that could benefit just about everybody.
It means to me that I'm able to add another link between the TLC and the students. I know that as a big organization, it's kind of hard to get word out to the students, especially because they're not going out and meeting with the students or being part of their classes or anything like that. So having that extra link probably helps them out a lot.
And when you come down, there's free coffee, tea, and hot cocoa, so make themselves at home and learn a little bit about how they can be supported.
UW-Stevens Point is home. It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
Welcome back. On October 17th, a group of 5 appeared on campus in front of UWSP's new chemical biology building. The group was peacefully using their right to free speech to display their views of religion and opinions on abortion to the students on campus. On October 18th, a larger group came and positioned themselves. This group included a more diverse assortment of people, having women, children, and men involved. Reactions from the student body were a mix of negative and positive emotions to the group's presence and graphic imagery of unborn children on large poster boards. Some students suggested to the group that they would change their approach to a more passive format with less violent imagery. However, the response was that the point of the photos was to make people uncomfortable and get attention of passerbys. Some spoke loudly in a more aggressive manner, and others avoided the people completely by crossing streets or ignoring conversation starters. SPTV will keep you updated with any further developments of the story. Controversy struck the town of Shorewood, Wisconsin over the choice of using racial derogatories in the play To Kill a Mockingbird. The play has now been canceled for multiple concerns for the public and the students watching and performing in the play. A letter from the director was released on October 17th stating that the consensus among the students was that they felt if they moved forward with the dress rehearsal, they would lose the original message they wanted to convey by performing the play and would be performing it for the wrong reasons. In long term, the goal is to build better relationships and have conversations around racial equity and community. That's all we have for you this week in Pointer Politics. I'm Claude Neve, and now back to Anna McKenna.
Thanks, Claude. That's all we have for you this week in SPTV News.
Until next time, Stevens Point, have a great night.